Welcome to Blended Healing. Thank you for coming. Why are you self-sabotaging yourself? Why? It's been a very interesting week. I celebrated my solar return on Monday. Woke up blessed to know that I have made it and completed it another year. I was given my flowers that I was grateful because my sisters and I will name them Tiara Latrice, Dee, and Sharon through a celebration, a surprise celebration with the pure intention of celebrating me. And I have a hard time with stuff like that because I usually don't like to be in the forefront of attention. I am a servant leader, which means I serve from behind, meaning that I push other into leadership roles. It was wonderful. Um, it was wonderful. And I appreciate everybody who came and celebrated and had beautiful words to say. I was also given a couple of other birthday celebrations online. And I truly, respectfully thank those content creators for doing that if the intentions were pure. Now, I have to speak to my experience. As you all know, I am a woman of a certain age, and I'm proud of that. I have seen and been through a lot in my life. And for almost my entire adulthood, I've always been the person that would take a hand of somebody else and put their hand in the hand of somebody else that can help them. I've always had a helping spirit with pure intention, without expecting or thinking of receiving anything in return. Never had. So it's difficult for me to be on the receiving end of blessings. For the first time in a long time, in which what I normally don't do is I don't cam up. And especially if I'm not 100% put together, like you see in this photo. To my surprise, and really not, to see myself being the subject of content in a derogatory way. I have been called a comparison bitch. I have been called a grandma, which I am. I'm very proud of that. I am a grandma. I'm also a mother. I've also been, well, that's none of your business. But anyway, I have been called um, a casualty of war. So my question is, what war is it? What war is it? I'm trying to be politically correct because I have tried very hard to work on myself, and I don't want to derail my blessings based upon emotions. I have had the honor of being raised in such a way that I have seen the heroin epidemic and never got involved. I have seen the crack era come and never got involved. I have done a lot of things in my life, but never to the detriment of other people. I was raised to respect people and to receive them for who they are. I was raised, and some people say old fashioned, but when you are raised with morals and integrity, which never goes out of date as far as I'm concerned, in this life and in this experience that I have had here on this planet, as well as being on this app for several years across different sectors, I have been ridiculed. I have been put down. I have been called out of my name several times from people who don't even know me personally, based upon assumptions and lies. I have been slandered, and still yet I rise. So here's what I want to say. What war? What war? What war is there that has so much venom, that has so much hate, that has so much backbiting, that has so much tearing each other apart? I have been, like I said, called a casualty of war, a comparison bitch, somebody that I should be scratching and fighting. For what? When every day that I have to walk out my door, as some of you do, and have to deal with being a woman in some cases, but being a person of color in all cases, and what we have to deal with on a daily basis based upon our melanated color, or because we don't look the part, where there's discrimination all around us, but yet we choose to tear each other apart. I have so much faith and belief in my people to my own fault. I like my little corner of YouTube where I'm getting my subscribers out of the mud based upon content and not stripping somebody else down. My ancestors would be proud of the woman that I have become, because I damn sure was a Hellcat back in my day. I have been called old. I had my face splashed across different pages, being critiqued, being dissected when you don't even know me. And people who believe that they do know me still don't know me. I have been blessed with beautiful relationships with people across this app, and I have met so many amazing people. But equally, I have met people who I've been highly disappointed in. So I ask you, what war and why are you sabotaging yourself? When we come from a people, because I'm all about my people, always have been. Even when everybody else doubted, I saw something different because of my belief and my faith in my people and how I stand up for them, knowingly and unknowingly. How my faith has been tested over and over again. When others would walk away, I wouldn't leave them high and dry. I have been voice recorded. I have my trust revoked, but yet still I believe. So I ask you, what war? Why are you sabotaging yourself? Why? Why, when our his story tells us that we were strapped to a pole and whipped, when we were hanging from trees looking like strange fruit, where our ancestors died to make a better place for us. So we rise and carry their name. I ask you, what war are you fighting? I ask you. When our first instinct that we hear is our intuition, and when our intuition exits stage left, our ego enters in stage right. Everybody has been used in one form or another. But when you are used to a point to make a point for other people, I ask respectfully to not be that point of ridicule, of being a comparison bitch for being a bitch, when I am somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, a practitioner, and I am raised in the image of Father God, Mother God, the Holy Spirit of the living God. I do not intentionally go after people. That's not my thing. But if I treat you with respect, I would assume that you know that I'm not that person. But I don't want y'all to get it twisted, because Because I'm spiritual doesn't mean that I'm not human. So I'm going to get off my soapbox about that. I said what I said, and that's it, and that's all. I'm going to respectfully stay in my lane, and I would hope that you respectfully stay in yours. And if you do not like me, please do me a favor and just move to the left, because I'm going to continue on my journey, and I'm going to try to hold on to my faith and belief in my people will do so much better with their lives and get on their purpose. But no harm, no foul, no judgment zone here. I will not allow you or anybody to take me out of pocket unless you fuck with my family and my belief. I take what I do seriously because this is what I was led to do. So respectfully, I waited for everybody to have their commentary and their content until I decided to present myself. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your love, but most importantly, I appreciate your respect, just like I respect you. So with that being said, where's the fight? What is the fight about? What's the war about? What's the battle about among your own people? I want you to keep in mind when you do these things and you wake up on that side of the lane, that you think about your ancestors that did so much sacrifice in their life for you to be where you are. I challenge you to do something different because I'm still trying to figure out why you're trying to sabotage yourself. Do you know when you curse people with the screaming and the yelling, and some of the people who don't scream and yell? When you're cursing them, remember that it will always turn around back to you tenfold. So as you're moving unintentionally, I implore you to move intentionally, because you're sabotaging yourself by cursing yourself. So with that being said, I'm going to get to the content, which is why you're here, right? All right. Why are you sabotaging yourself? Let's get to it. Is made for fair use, for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Furthermore,
Y'all love to try to hunch on witches and spiritual girls because you think it's exciting, because you think we got magical yoni and this, that, and the third, and we going to fix your life like Leon Levan Zant and all this and all that. But the minute you start playing with us and your life start falling apart, then you're scared because you swear to God we done hexed you. But no, it ain't got to be no hex, baby. You just have to understand that some of us are protected and guided by something far stronger than you or even ourselves. We ain't got to light not nan candle. But when we take our energy off of you, when we take that protection off of you, when we take that love and grace and mercy that we had for you off of you, you're going to see how your life really was supposed to be without it. Leave us the fuck alone if you don't have good intentions, baby, because you're going to ruin your own life trying to play with mine.
Self sabotage is the worst thing for your own personal progress. Often it can manifest in subtle yet impactful ways. It is the voice in your head that whispers doubt, fear, and criticism at the most inconvenient times, hindering your path to success. While we look at self sabotage as a conscious act, it is suggested that self sabotage runs a little deeper. It's always lurking inside of your mind. And it is complex. Self sabotage is not a pathway to liberation. And for you to understand that, you have to understand that the wisdom that we hold within ourselves, we can transcend our self imposed limitations and unlock our full potential. What I need you to understand is that self sabotage is woven in our being, and it starts from the crown of our head. Why did I say the crown? Because it's where we house our own inner saboteurs. That's where you hear the relentless voices that generate negative emotions in the face of adversity. I want you to know that these negative emotions are only happening because they want to alert you to danger or any other type of situation or issues. And if you stay in these type of hurtful emotions, your ability to see things clearly and to choose the most impactful response. And with these emotions that you're having, the saboteur inside of you, you know that ego is putting you in a perpetual cycle of going around and around and around with self doubt and anxiety, and you can't even thrive. You can't thrive. And also in your crown, you can't thrive because you don't have a sense of empathy. I want you to know that in your crown, which is the home of your inner voice of wisdom and clarity, when it comes to empathy, That is a signal for positive emotions, meaning that you can be in that other person's shoes and face the adversity with compassion, gratitude, joy, and more focus. How do you identify your intuition from your ego? I'm going to call your ego your inner saboteur because you are living within survival. It clicks on just like that. And your ego or your saboteur is now the judge, the jury, and the conviction. It is relentless. It is critical and it berates all of your failures and it magnifies your anxiety. And when you have turned that inner saboteur to be a judge, you have aided it and abetted it by being an accomplice to your own sabotage. And with every single one of you, it'll be different cycles of self sabotage. When you are operating with the saboteur inside, you overemphasize perfectionism. You have anxiety. You have dissatisfaction. You set impossible high standards and you criticize any perceived failure that that saboteur meets. You are constantly on edge. You are always anticipating and fearing potential danger. You manifest more intense anxiety, and then you'll have an inability to relax or trust in the present moment. You are self saboteurs. You are addicted to validation through constant performance and achievement. You have discounted your past accomplishment and you're always constantly seeking new accolades, which is leading to your burnout and your dissatisfaction. Your inner saboteur is looking for acceptance and validation through helping people, through pleasing or being the Captain Save Hulk, or in a nice way, rescuing people, which leads you to neglecting your own needs and harboring resentment towards those who do not reciprocate what you give. Your ego thrives on self pity and emotional turmoils as you're seeking attention and sympathy from other people. You fixate on internal feelings of pain and suffering and wars and perpetuate a sense of helplessness and being a martyr. You are so excessively relying on logic and reason to talk yourself into why you believe what you believe, especially in your emotions and your relationships. And it comes across as being cold or detached, or it's hindering your authentic connections with other people. Your inner saboteur is seeking to control situations and people out of your own fear and your own anxiety. You manifest micromanaging people's behavior instead of being concerned about your own. And you have the inability to delegate or even trust other people to do what you need them to do or to help you authentically and truthfully, standing in that trust, which is leading to more stress and frustration. I want you to understand that constantly seeking excitement and stimulation and unable to find contentment in your present moment, in your authentic life, leads to impulse and an inability to focus on any type of long term goals. Keep it letting that ego keep talking to you and pushing that intuition out the door. You are seeking to avoid the discomfort and the conflict at all costs. Wasn't me, must be them, right? Because you often are focusing on positive and ignoring what the underlying issue truly is. So you layer it on top of bullshit, on top of bullshit, on top of bullshit. And that leads to procrastination of trying to get to the root of what that ego or that saboteur is doing on the inside of you and your inability to confront difficult situations. So, what does it do? It goes to part one, part two, part three, part four, part 100. My God, each of our selves is considered an accomplice because we allow the saboteur in us to set its own challenges, opposed to living by the intuition which the divine has given you, which is the divine is talking to you. Your spirits are talking to you. Your ancestors are talking to you. They're giving you the truth. But you being the judge and the accomplice, you operate underneath the disguise of self preservation, convincing yourself that your critical voices are necessary for your own growth and your success. You need to catch your life. You need to put a grip on your own psyche and your own mental, because if you do not catch your life and you do not pull yourself back in, your saboteur and you being the accomplice is running rapid And what it does is it perpetuates negativity, and you end up shutting your own gate to your own problems. Beloveds, you got to counteract that inner saboteur. Use your inner wisdom. Use your resilience. Use what the divine has given you that has already been pre-coded and predestined and resides in each and every one of us. It's time for you to take your power back and use your wisdom and all of those things that I just mentioned to you so you can silence your inner saboteur and reclaim your life. There's nothing that you can do unless you come to terms with who you really are and what you stand for, and using what the divine has given you and listening with your whole body to the divine purpose and divine timing with your divine knowing. Know that you need to have a level of empathy. You have to have the ability to understand and share the feelings of other people to replenish yourself emotionally, to cultivate a connection by extending your empathy, not only to other people, but mainly to yourself. You have to promote self compassion and resilience in the face of adversity. Stop being the saboteur of your life. Approach different challenges that you may have with an open mind and allow yourself to broaden your perspectives and uncover new solutions because the old ones ain't working because you're not present. You're living in that saboteur mindset or being an accomplice to the bullshit. Beloveds, you are being encouraged to embrace the uncertainty that life will bring you and to engage in your life in all of its complexities with the sense of wonder and possibility. You have the ability to create and to allow it to flourish when you dare to think outside the box and challenge the conventional wisdom. Allow the divine to guide you. Allow the power of innovation in that will also empower you to generate solutions to problems and start harnessing everything that you have inside of you, all of your ingenuity, all of your imagination for something better. Don't allow your ego to take you out of your alignment with the actions that you combine with your own personal values and your purpose. Allow that to be your driving force to chart your course. Tap into your inner compass. You can navigate any challenge with clarity and conviction, guided by a sense of purpose and authenticity. It's time for you to be rooted in action with wisdom and clarity that will make you go forward with purpose and intention. And the power of that activation will enable you to overcome any type of procrastination, any type of taking decisive steps towards your goal with unwavering focus and determination. I want you to know that if you just simply trust yourself, your inner self, your higher self, it will empower you to silence that saboteur and reclaim control over your own thoughts and emotions. Be a free thinker. Remember who you are. Remember your lineage. Remember what you're here to do and what your legacy is going to look like. You know that the saboteur, your ego, may claim to drive you towards improvement, and their relentless criticism ultimately stifling your own growth and happiness. And by nurturing your inner self, your higher self, your true self, you can transcend any type of saboteur that is living within your crown. And you can set a path of clarity and resilience. Allow yourself to be guided to navigate through the challenges with wisdom and positivity. And you can become the architect and the co creator of your own destiny. Ashe, Ashe.
Oh man. Locks, what up? Lil Kim, what up? Yes, sir. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls. Yo, what y'all wanna do? Best to avoid the drama. Be chilly pop. Need the whole gang behind you to hype something. I do it by myself, fam. Get it right, cousin. Out in Brooklyn, DJ Scratch. In the early 90s, I was out in Albany Project. Raps I was writing was built for Pyrex. Even Big Daddy Kane know I ain't half steps. I'm still here, a lot of you not. Checkmate. I married hip hop. We both made a sex tape. I kept your head nodding for 30 years. So plain and clear, your whole city need a neck brace. I talk shit, but I back it up. No pun intended, but I'm packing the Mac and back of the Acura. Jersey Ebonics, check the vernacular. We kill haters, I'm the ambassador of the massacre. Food for thought, being a boss, the main course. This for gorillas that grew up in the rainforest. Change course, now we all in a different Porsche. Chain so big, we all can play tug of war. Whether you a new nigga or an old nigga, you stagnant, cause you spit the same flow, nigga. Every time you rap, I'm like, here we go, nigga. Ask me, was it hot? I'm like, for sure, nigga. None of y'all don't want smoke, I'm a lion. Eating the ghosts before I do, I gotta fry 'em. Walking in my shoes, you couldn't if I untie 'em. Golfing on these hoes, I'm swinging a 9-iron. Back.
Thank you for stopping by Blended Healing. Thank you for listening. I hope that you will take this information and use it for your best self. I want to see you win as much as you want to win. Asha. All right. I will see you soon. All right. So be well, stay safe. Ashe and deep bow to each and every one of you. And know that you only fail if you don't try. Talk to you soon.
Try to step up on my toes, you know that shit is worthless. Trying to get a bag and I ain't talking about a Birkin. Walking to the top because I know my journey worth it. I ain't got no pride, so please just know that you can't hurt me. I done been abused, yeah, I done been neglected. Painting on a smile, yeah, I got that shit perfected. Positive vibes is the truth that I'm projecting. I can smell the hate a mile away, so don't get reckless. I'm 10 toes down and I'm grinding from the dirt. Go against me, you the one that's gon' get hurt. Product of the most high, demonic shit don't work. All my old flames chicken, all them niggas jerks. Coming for the shit that I lost in a truckload. I'm a good swimmer, go ahead and try to rock this boat. I'm rising high and y'all frontin' just to stay afloat. I ain't picked this path, I got a lot of pain to toe, so this is just a warning. Better play your cards right before you try to fuck with me. I'm loyal to the bone. Try to stop my shine, and that shit is just unlikely. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. I done seen the bruises, I done seen the blood. Explain myself only to get fucking judged. I'm firm in my spot, I ain't fucking budge. Better be lucky, I ain't hold no fucking grudge. You get slither like a snake, I see you niggas trying. I'm queen of this jungle, about to slaughter like a lion. The games that y'all be selling, PSA, I ain't buying. The tears going down, what the hell, I look like crying. I'm busy being busy, I don't mind, it's the devil's plan. I'm counting blessings while y'all counting up and taking bands. Rather be a poor queen than a rich peasant. I'm creeping on the scene, but y'all will feel my presence. I done learned my lesson, y'all fools are still in class. Cause so much destruction, welcome me to the aftermath. You can't measure my success upon no fucking graph. Yeah, I'm humble, but I'm ready for this last laugh, so this is just a warning. Better play your cards right before you try to fuck with me. I'm loyal to the bone. You try to stop my shine, and that shit is just unlikely. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. There's a lot of things I never thought I had to say. Let me make my position clear. I'm right around the corner for success. And I'm up the block from stomping on y'all niggas' heads. You know what I'm coming for. It ain't nothing monetary, nigga. But I'm coming for that throne, nigga.